Signore, santifica l'amore di questi sposi, l'anello che porteranno come simbolo di fedeltà, li richiami continuamente al vicendevole amore per Cristo nostro Signore. Amen.
Maria riceve questo anello, segno mio amore, della mia fedeltà.
E del mia fedeltà. Hardly speak his own bleeding language.
Nel nome un Padre e del Figlio e dello Spirito Santo.
Franco, ricevi questo anello, segno del mio amore e della mia fedeltà, in nome del Padre e del Figlio e del Spirito Santo.
Vi benedica Dio Onnipotente, Padre, Figlio e Spirito Santo. Amen.
Hey, come on, come on. Fotografia. Okay.
We'll slip out and have a quiet one on the way. It's all changed, isn't it?
Well, you've all done well, though, haven't you? Church is about the only bit of Little Italy left.
Yeah, right, Arthur. They've all moved out. Finchley, Barnet. You know, some have even got places in Stanmore.
Stanmore? Nice.
Yeah. Ciao, Maria. But they don't feel Italian no more.
No?
Especially Franco. I mean, he won't have none of that now, will he? Not Franco. Got to be Frank now. You know, I've still got the grandfather's old place in Tuscany. Thought they'd like it for the honeymoon. Don't want to know. Tunisia. You're going to Tunisia. Little Davy Pollard had a heart attack last week. Did you hear about that?
No. Mind you, he's marching on a bit, Davy.
7 years older than me.
That's what I mean, Alfie.
You know, I'm sorry young Terry couldn't make it. Be a nice lunch.
It's his mum. He's a boy that likes to look after his mum.
Nice to hear.
He'll be well sorry. He loves a church service and a luncheon, does young Terry.
On your bike. Get back to the building site. I'm a few bags of cement about, eh?
Carried away, but that bloke has been a right nuisance.
Ah, sure act, isn't it, Liz? Turn them on, you can't turn them off.
You've been watching me then?
Not many.
Like what you saw?
Does that happen, yeah?
I'm on round the corner in 10 minutes.
Oh, no, you might excite me beyond my control. It's too dangerous. What time do you finish?
About 8 o'clock. You asking me for a drink then?
Yeah, sounds like it, doesn't it?
I'm packing it in next week. I'm going to be an hostess.
Pan Am?
No, a sauna club in Notting Hill.
Yeah, all right, then I'll see you at Dave's about 8:15, all right?
Yeah. Oh, I won't have time to go home and change, so I'll just come in me working gear.
You don't wear anything when you work.
Ain't you the lucky one then, eh?
Yeah.
I don't know why it's caught on the way it has. I mean, it's not like snooker, is it?
No.
Great dart. Same skill. I mean, with snooker, you have to use your brain.
Quite right, Arthur. That's 5 on the trot. Do you want another one?
Nah, it's a kid's game.
Fiver.
He's joking. We weren't playing for money. I'll get you a drink. I don't mind getting you a drink. Anyway, you've got to be moving. I promised Alfie. You can't let him down.
Arthur, I've got to meet with someone.
You'll be through by 7 o'clock. All he wants you to do is be with him while he empties the machines in the laundrette.
You could have asked
a
me.
nice few bob in it for you. He usually has his boy Franco do it, but you can't expect him to work on his wedding day.
Come on, then. Where's this drink?
What you having, Arthur?
Oh, it's very nice, Charlie. I just saying to Terry, it's a long time since Charlie got a drink in. Large vodka and slimline for me.
Certainly.
What do you reckon in the big one?
I really appreciate this, Terry. I think nothing of it. Been keeping out of trouble these days. Reformed character. That's the way it should be. That Arthur. He don't chase, does he? No. Don't know what he needs a minder for these days. He don't get up to any skullduggery, does he?
Arthur? No. Just makes him feel good, I think.
He's a well-respected man, always has been.
Well, it did me a favour anyway.
Huh? What was that?
I don't remember now. But he's always telling me he did me a favour, so I suppose he must have done.
Say we don't wash much around here then, eh?
No. Very clean neighbourhood.
Okay, man. Let's get baby some new shoes, huh?
Get back! Whiskey 315.
Look, through that door. Where's the lead to? How do I know?
They're making their way to the rear exit.
Come on, move it!
Listen, the man wants us to go through to the back room, all right?
Come on. You want to let in there? Come on, move it! All right. You two. Come on, get in there!
Duck back! He's a nutter! He'll use it!
Here we go. Okay, move it now. Get in there. What the hell's the matter with you, man? Wake up! Okay, Winston, get that door. Oh, it's only locked, isn't it? Here, you keys. I ain't got them. Come on, give me the keys. What the hell are you messing about for? Look, empty his pockets.
Come on! Round the back!
Arrived at Locust, yes.
One round the back, one round here.
Roger, 2-5, over.
He ain't got any keys. Move away from him. Winston, you look.
Woman, don't.
Look, shut up, woman.
It's too late now anyway.
Okay, mister. You make a move and I'll shoot anybody. I don't care who.
Stretch. We've got to give ourselves up. What you talking about, give up? Give up what? Can't you see we got three,
Hostages.
Yeah, that's right, lady. Hostages.
Get back here.
What are you doing?
I want to have a look, all right?
Okay. The rest of you, sit down!
Just do what he says. Sit down.
Yeah, Terry. Yeah. Nearly all blood, isn't it? What you using, 7-shot?
What the hell does it matter?
I'm just interested. 7-shot makes a bigger mess, 2-shot makes a bigger hole. I got good news for you, son. I'm gonna live.
You the man that owns it?
Yeah, love. Sorry about all this. Don't usually happen.
No, you're right. It's quite unusual for this place.
You. Answer him.
Answer him? I couldn't even understand him.
You heard me. Answer him!
All right, all right. Okay. Wait! Look, it's only an ordinary door. Just talk normal.
This is Chief Superintendent Gibson. Can you hear me?
Yeah, terrific. Yeah.
And listen very carefully. The building is entirely surrounded. No possibility of escape. Many of the officers on duty here are trained marksmen. I suggest that you open this door, throw out all weapons, and come out of that room one by one. No one will be harmed.
Tell him bullshit.
Can you understand me clearly?
Yeah? Bullshit.
No, tell him this ain't no ordinary robbery. Tell him this is political.
Well, that's a great idea, Stretch, but you've left it a bit late in the day, don't you? All right. This is not an ordinary robbery. This is a political act.
What's that supposed to mean?
This is a demonstration for equality and freedom. And if you don't move away from the door, you might get your head blown off.
Exactly what political group do you represent?
We more or less represent a broad spectrum.
Oh, yes, Irish?
Not so as you notice, no.
Well, if we knew exactly what political group we were dealing with, maybe we could get somewhere.
Over to you, pal.
Tell him the independent Rastafarian army.
Hey, turn it in, Stretch. That's not right.
Shut up, Winston. Let me do the brain work, okay?
Apparently, they're the independent Rastafarian army.
And what exactly are your demands?
Well, look, there's an old lady in here who needs a cup of tea. We need a doc... All right, all right. When we're ready to talk again, we'll bang 3 times on the door.
Okay, get back over there. Move! Oh, move it.
All right, all right.
Hey, Stretch, you never told me nothing about the independent Rastafarian, what's it?
Look, you're wearing a Rasta hat, ain't you?
Yeah, why? It's only because I like the colours.
Yeah, he could be wearing his Fulham supporters woolly, couldn't he?
Yeah. You think it's a big joke, huh? Well, let me tell you something, Mr. Hardman. Your body's gonna be the first one to fling out of here. How about that for a joke, huh?
Well, you got the shooter. Makes you top man, doesn't it?
Right on.
Except you ain't done too well so far, have you? It's 500 quid's worth of silver all over the pavement. It's hardly the great train robbery, is it?
And you're the man who screwed it up.
How are we going to get out of here, Stretch?
I'm thinking about it. What are you crying for? You ain't a baby.
Here, Stretch, I just thought of something.
What?
That independent Rastafarian army. You know how the initials come out, don't you? IRA.
News on the hour, every hour from LBC.
Independent radio news at 9, Douglas Cameron. Police have now sealed off an area in West London where 3 people are known to be held as hostages by gunmen attempting to rob the OK Laundrette in Dalton Street. The gunmen were interrupted by a passing police patrol. A police spokesman said that the gunmen claimed to be members of a political group, but so far had not clearly identified the aims of the group. In other news, the pound again rose 2 points.
The OK Laundrette? That's one of Alpha Cavallo's places, isn't it?
Two Bacardi and Coke. Yeah, probably done the job himself.
Hello, sweetheart. Vodka and slimline, please, Dave.
Coming up.
Hello. Great, just been to a wedding reception. Alfie Cavallo's boy.
Joking. Just been on a wireless.
What, a wedding?
No, some firm turned over his laundrette at Dalton Street. They got hostages and all that.
Don't believe it.
Oh, well, by the way, is Terry coming in? There's a bird over there, been asking for him.
You waiting for Terry, sweetheart? Hey, do you say they got hostages?
Oh, that's what I said. I'll see you in a minute.
You Terry's maid?
Yeah. You bring one with you?
Well, I could have, but Terry said you'd be a bit old for my mates.
52? It's young these days, sweetheart. Me and Paul Newman, same age.
You don't look the same.
Come on, I'll take you to meet that boy.
You should have been here about an hour ago.
You all right, love?
Oh, yeah. And I was just wondering about my washing. I mean, the programme should be finished now. They should be in a tumble dryer. Know what I mean? I don't like to think of them just lying there, all soggy.
I think that goes for all of us.
Look, no talking. Got to think.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just had a report from the CRO computer at the yard. Alfred Cavallo is apparently the owner of the laundrette. No convictions for 20 years. McCann, Tenants McCann, bit of previous there, sir.
Oh, yes.
2 years for GBH and a 3 for attempted robbery.
And he's supposed to be the hostage. Thank you, Sergeant.
Who are you? Where are you going? Excuse me, sir.
Serious crime squad. Evening, Super. What's the score?
Who the devil are you?
Arthur Daly. You got my boy, Terry McCann, in there.
Your boy?
All right, then, my associate. And I think I'm entitled...
I am conducting this investigation. Now, see that incident van over there? I want you to go and stand there, and in a moment, one of my officers will come and interview you about any information you might have.
Look, I don't normally have a lot to do with the police.
I said over there.
Got any 2p, sweetheart?
10p?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, fine. Okay.
Hey, just leave it to Stretch, all right? Know what we're gonna do? We're gonna ask for a helicopter. Hey, Winston, answer it.
Hello? Yeah, that's right. OK Laundrette. It's for you.
I told her never to ring me at the office.
Just see to it.
Hello? Hello, Arthur. It's Arthur Daly. What? I'm very well, thank you. How are you? You heard it on the radio. Apparently they've got TV cameras out there. Well, it's a bit hard to say, really. Apparently they want an helicopter. Where to?
London Airport. Then a jumbo jet to Ethiopia.
I don't want to go there. That's Africa. It's in Africa.
Our spiritual leader is the late Haile Selassie.
That used to be Abyssinia. Look, don't tell me about Haile Selassie. I know all about Haile Selassie. He was to do with Mussolini before the war. Hey, what are they in there? All spades?
Yeah, 3 of them.
You spades turn you over in the laundrette? What was you, boozed or something? Hey, they got shooters?
Yeah. They've got a sawn-off shotgun and 3 dopey spades, and they're gonna shoot somebody's head off unless you come up with a helicopter. Got that? Got the message, Whitey?
Look.
Just get back down there on the floor.
Right. Ain't got much of a telephone manner, has he, young Arthur?
Just shut up. Get down.
All right. Stretch. I don't want to go to Ethiopia.
Oh, me neither.
Well, that's where we're going. That's where everybody's going.
How the hell are they going to get a helicopter to land out there? There's hardly room for my roller.
Hung up on me. Shows the sort of people he's dealing with, doesn't it? Hung up on me.
Terry always doing this sort of thing?
Nah, of course not. I look after Terry. Don't worry about that. He'll make a few bob out of this. You and all, sweetheart. Hang about. Anyone interested in the latest developments?
Police?
Yeah. No, just say I am connected with the whole affair.
Yeah, and?
Well, basically, what we have here is a hostage situation.
We know that.
Did you know 3 men had hijacked the laundrette and want to fly it to Ethiopia? What's it worth to get a picture of a girl who's going to marry one of the hostages?
Would he?
Yeah.
Keep quiet, it's worth quite a bit. 50.
100.
Just for us, though?
Of course, just for you. Come on.
Who's the hostage?
Terry McCann. Boxing man, eh?
Oh, who is he?
Very good middleweight in his day. One of the best ever to get a title shot. Come on. Stick out your boobs and look tragic. You're on a story.
Yes.
Could go a drink.
Cool, you look rough, mate. How'd you feel?
About how I look.
Here, Stretch. How about letting Alfie go to hospital? How about it? Come on. Well, he's a tough old bird, but he's lost a lot of blood.
What are they gonna give me in return?
They said no deals.
Well, it's tough on Alfie, eh?
But he could die, Stretch.
If we don't get some fresh air, we could all die.
Hey, you never told me you was gonna use that gun.
Think it was just for decoration, huh?
I thought it was just to put the frighteners on someone.
You two wanted to be gangsters, eh?
Yeah, well, I don't want to kill nobody.
What's the matter with you? You going on their side?
I need some painkillers. I think my jaw's broken. Mate, maybe we could get him a drink. And some food, and some painkillers.
You two kids are really stupid. Look, you ask the pig for something, they want something in return. They ain't gonna do us no favors.
At least we could ask. At least it shows them.
Show them what?
Shows them that we care about the other people. That we don't really want to harm no one.
He's right, Stretch. That you're doing it the hard way, son. Murder, you go in for life. Attempted armed robbery, 7. Come out in under 5.
How come you know so much about it?
I used to keep bad company, didn't I, Alf?
Yeah. It's nothing these days.
You keep bad company too?
I was bad company, son. Did all my bird 20 years ago. It's when it was hard. Look at him now. All in the Open University. Big Bob Whitney. You know he's got a bleeding degree?
I never knew that.
Yeah. Sociology. Still at the thieving, but now he knows why he's doing it.
It is funny, isn't it?
That's how come you're a hard man, eh, Terry? Well, let me tell you something. It ain't so easy for a black man to go straight. It ain't so easy for a black man to make it the way you did.
Make it? Me? Oh, yeah, I've really made it, haven't I? Minding for a bloke who's collecting money out of washing machines. Yeah, I've really cracked it. Still, you never know. I might get a job at the post office at Christmas.
par 4. Mr. Griff, the driver.
Right, Sergeant.
Receive all cars from your feet, right?
Where are you going? I'm going to talk to the chief super. He might have brought your helicopter and forgotten to tell us. Hey, you haven't forgotten all about us, have you?
Don't worry, Mr. McCann, we're still here.
Yeah, well, we've got a few problems in here. Mr. Cavallo's none the better. There's a geezer in here who thinks his jaw's broken, and I think we're suffocating. Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. And the solution is quite simple. Just open this door.
Yeah, we know all about that. Throw out the gun, come out with your hands up in the air. The only problem is, the man holding the gun doesn't want to do that.
Well, why don't you just let me have another word with the man who's holding the gun?
Oh, he wants to know where his helicopter is.
I thought I'd explain that quite clearly. You people are not going to fly anywhere. Now, look, we've got medical attention standing by. Mr. Cavallo will be treated the moment he is released.
Yeah, all right. Well, what about some tea and food, then?
I think it's all to eat in there.
Yeah, of course we have. Got 500 packets of biological washing powder.
Well, perhaps if Mr. Cavallo is released, we can arrange to have some tea sent in.
How about it, then?
No chance, man.
Well, what about letting a doctor in, if they agree? Listen, the shooting, it was an accident, really. The gun just went off. They didn't mean to kill anybody or anything. There was a sort of scuffle and the gun just went off.
Quite possible, but that's something that has to be decided at the proper time and at the proper place. Now, look, why don't I just have a word with the man who's got the gun?
Sit down. Okay, mister. You're talking to the main man now. Hey, tell me something. You married?
Well, as a matter of fact, I am.
Wait, missus, come over here. Yes, come on. Now, we've got a lady in here. Say hello to the policeman, Mrs. Mayhew.
Hello, sir.
Good evening, Mrs. Mayhew.
Now, you think I'm fooling around, huh? Now, you tell him, missus. You tell him I've got a gun pointing right at your head. You tell him to do a deal, because you don't want to die. Now, go on, tell him!
Did you hear that, sir? I think he means it.
Come along, just put that gun down. You know very well we're not talking any deals. You don't seriously want to hurt that lady. So just put the gun down. We can continue talking.
I've got my finger on the trigger!
We stretch. Take it easy, mate. Look, I know you're fighting a war, but she's not one of the enemy. Look, it's just a lady who came in to do her washing. Now, take it easy, man. Look, I know you're hard, man. But you don't want to shoot a woman, do you? Do you stretch?
Oi, clock me, sweetheart. Never mind page 3, you're on page 1. On the front. The lonely woman who waits in hope.
Not very nice of me, is it?
Well, you're distraught, aren't you? And Terry's going to be well distraught, too, when he reads a bit about you two getting married.
Yeah, I've only ever spoke to him twice.
All the women and kids are asleep, eh, Terry?
Don't you trust the other two with a gun?
Not if you're awake. Man, it was gonna be so easy, eh? What the hell you had to mess it up for? Wasn't your money?
No, it wasn't yours either.
So what? He rips it off from the people, I rip it off from him.
Listen, they put 50p in a machine and they sit there and watch their pillowcases go round and round. They got a choice. You come storming in with a shotgun, nobody's got a choice at all.
They really got to you, eh? But you know what they really did? They just kidded you into going straight.
Wrong. They bored me into it. Got fed up with people saying 3 years, Wormwood Scrubs. Someone loses a dog, I'm in the local nick for 2 days. So now, I'll just throw a few drunks out of clubs, ask people to repay their gambling debts, rent a muscle. Easy hours, but not a lot of what you might call job satisfaction.
You let them beat you, man.
And what are you gonna be? Al Capone?
Yeah. Bigger. Bigger.
You got more chance of winning a pool, son. It's got to be for me, innit? Hello? Yeah, I thought it might be you. Oh, terrific. It's like an Egyptian brothel down here. No, Arthur, I know I've never been to Egypt. What I mean is it's a bit close. Like we're suffocating. Well, they haven't even sent any tea in. They always send tea in, don't they? What paper?
Now, this reporter, his paper's prepared to pay a very handsome sum if he can do an interview over the phone.
Oh, Arthur?
Yeah, I know all that, but look, just listen to me for a minute. We're talking about real dough. Be enough to pay for their defence. A nice bit in it for you. Oh, Terry, listen to what I'm telling you. I'll be fair. I put a lot of time in on this. Now, don't be so selfish, Terry. I know your lives are in danger. That's the whole point of the interview, isn't it? It's a big story, see? Liz has got her photo on the front page this morning.
Liz who?
The bird you had a meet with last night.
What's it got to do with her? She was upset. Think how I felt.
Look, we ain't interested in your girlfriends, all right? Now, what newspapers? What's he talking about?
Well, you talk to him. You're the one who's running things.
Okay, mister. You got a deal to make with me, all right?
Look, I'm trying to explain to Terry that as long as you don't talk to nobody else, this paper will pay you a... Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Cut us off. Sit down. Did you think I wasn't going to be bigger? Oh, that was the newspapers.
Good morning. This is Chief Superintendent Gibson again. How are we this morning, friends? How is Mr. Cavallo?
He's okay.
He's in a bad way, Stretch, and you know it.
What about our helicopter?
Now, look, my friend, I've explained to you already, you people are not traveling anywhere. However, we are prepared to let you have some tea.
Oh, stuff your tea, man. Stretch, a cup of tea?
Yeah.
Look, the meeting's over. We have nothing more to say to you.
Very well, sir. We've got all the time in the world.
Look, Stretch, I don't see why I can't have a cup of tea.
You're really stupid, Winston. They put a drug in. Then what happens? Or I open the door. And you know what they do, like they did to the German aeroplane?
They throw in a grenade, stuns everybody.
Truth is, Stretch don't care.
What are you talking about?
You don't care what happens to anybody. And them out there, they don't care either, do they? Because whatever happens in here, they're all right. And all because you want to make a name for yourself. Big-time gangster, that. Big-time gangster. Listen, son, you couldn't even break into a gas meter.
Shut up! Look, he's working for the pigs. All that crap's just for you, too. He's trying to make you go against me.
But he's right, isn't he? We got no chance now.
You was always a coward, Cosmo.
Yeah, but it's like Terry said, Stretch, the law don't care, they can wait forever.
Well, I ain't going to no prison.
Don't have a senior either.
Hey, Winston, give the gun! Give the gun! Get your dabs on that gun, son, and you're in alive!
I'm all right, Barney in there, son.
Winston, knock on that door.
Give me the gun, Terry. If he so much as blinks, I'll blow the bastard in half.
That's all we need, isn't it?
Yes, what is it?
We want to come out.
Just a minute. There will be a count of 10. After which you may open the door and throw out all weapons. There will be a further count of 10. Then the hostages will emerge one by one. Everyone leaving the room will have their hands above their heads. You will obey to the letter all instructions as you leave the room. Remember, there are trained marksmen watching your every move. Do you understand?
Right. You, get Stretch on his feet. Can you count to 10? Yeah. Start counting. 10. I'm opening the door. Alfie, Mrs. Mayhew.
All right, love.
Listen, love, don't stop and collect your washing on the way out, eh?
Well, that's a turn-up, isn't it?
Sorry?
You're going to be a prosecution witness.
Yippee. Who told you?
Mrs. What's her name? And Alfie Cavallo. Quite the hero, they reckon. So we're going to need a nice, long statement.
Some other time.
You'll probably end up with a judge's commendation.
I wouldn't know what to do with it.
Oh, look, Terry, do yourself a few favours, eh? I mean, you could do with a bit of credit rating round here.
Yeah. But right now, all I want is a wash and a shave and a nice big breakfast. And then, I'm going to do what you do every day.
And what's that?
Sleep. Hello.
Oh, my darling. Take Mr.
Hold on, hang about. What's going on?
That's it, love. Right, now closer. Yeah. And again. Turn this way a bit. This way.
Arthur, what's all this about?
It's the joyful reunion, isn't it?
Not yet, lovely. And again.
You know the mistake you made, Terry, don't you?
No, tell me, what was the mistake I made?
Should have stayed in the laundrette another couple of days. Got more press coverage.
Arthur, we were dying in there. You know, if I'd stayed any longer, you would have got me married, divorced, and done for alimony. Poor old Alf was on his last legs.
What are you talking about? Flesh wounds. He was well pleased with you, though. I should be able to get a bit more dough out of him for us.
Us?
Us?
Now, why would you be entitled to more dough?
The aggravation I had, the worry. I was up all night.
Oh, yeah. Of course you were, Arthur. I'm sorry I forgot about that.
Besides, you got all the publicity.
Thank you. Come on, kid. Hey, I pay you for protection, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And you're pretty good, they tell me, huh?
Yeah, well, I do my best.
No, listen, you must be some damn near genius. I mean, I'm gonna be sitting in there in the sauna, and you're gonna give me 100% protection sitting out there with the dames, eh? That's fantastic.
Well, I just thought...
They're not paying you to think, kid. In the old days, they knock you off in the barber shop. Today, it's the sauna. Come on.
Hello, Arthur. Everything fixed?
All set.
Okay. Let's take it one more time. You lob the rope over the back wall at exactly 3:05. Got that? And for Gord's sake, have some mattresses handy. It's a long way to jump from the top. On the other hand, seeing as I'm out of here legit next week, better not bother. Who's minding me, Arthur?
Nice bloke. Friend of mine. You'll get on.
He may be nice, Arthur, but is he good? Charlie Mellors isn't noted for his sense of humour. His idea of fun, stamping on spiders.
One of the best.
It better be. I'm too young for concrete wellies. Who is it?
His name's Terry. Strong as an ox, and almost as handsome.
I think I'm going to faint.
Don't worry, kid. They say cleanliness, that's next to godliness.
So's death. Oh, God. Come in. It's open. Oh, go on, Bennett. Are you deaf or what?
What? Hey, what's all this?
Arthur, if you value your front teeth, I'll talk about something else.
From Senior Gambetti with love and gratis. Gonna recommend you to his friends. Before you know where you are, you'll be minding Sophie Loren.
Listen, when you fixed me up with this maniac eye-tie, did you know that he was a sauna and massage freak?
Get on.
Yeah. For the last 7 days, I've been sweating cods in a steam oven while a woman was trying to strangle me. Woman? She made King Kong look like Shirley Temple. Now, did you... Come on, own up. Did you know this? Yes or no?
I did not know this, Terry. I swear I didn't. On my sainted mother's grave.
Now, normally this would be OK for me, Arthur. But I happen to know that your old mum is alive and well and living in Frinton.
Yeah, well, never mind that. I've got something else for you, right up your street. For this, my son, you hardly need get out of bed.
Good. Great. Who is it? Chris Bonington?
Cushy isn't in it.
Call the other one. It plays Hey Jude.
His name's Stubbs. Albert Stubbs. He's just finished a 4 stretch for bank robbery.
You're not listening to me, are you, Arthur?
Look, his oppo's got 15 years apiece. All Stubbs did was drive the car and wash the loot. And here we come to what they call a nub, Terry. Bury it. All 50 grand.
What we got here is a failure to communicate.
Now, look, when he comes out, his problem's going to be there's going to be people who want to know where he's put it. Well, aren't you going to ask me who?
I've got to give it to you, Arthur. You are a trier.
One of the gang was Charlie Mellors. Remember what the papers called him?
Yeah. The Dillinger of Dagenham.
No, he's not the problem. It's his wife, Rose. She's been asking Charlie for years where it's all in, but his lips are sealed. Marriage vows are not what they used to be, Terry.
I thought you said something about Cushy.
Look, you mind Stubbs for 1 night, maybe 2 at the most. Just give him time to arrange some corner of a foreign field that is forever Mersey. Pick him up at the nick, bring him back here, lock the door, he's Crown Court and Jack and Ori all the way. Straight up, you'll never earn bread more easily.
Yeah, but it's well bent, isn't it?
Well bent? You know I never touch anything that was even a bit bent. Now, look, what are we doing? We are protecting a man who has paid his debt to society from the unscrupulous clutches of others. Tell me that we aren't.
I don't like it. I've heard about that Rose Mellors. She's bad news.
Oh, forget her. Time she finds out, he'll be long gone. She doesn't even know he's coming out. Nobody does. Except us.
A couple more like these over there, okay?
Rose!
What is it, Jack?
Guess what?
You joined the Bolshoi Ballet.
You what?
What do I have to guess?
Stubbs is coming out.
You sure?
Tomorrow. Here, I'll have that.
Sorry.
Who's that? There he is.
The hills are alive with the sound of
Oi, you Stubbs?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll cut the bleeding cabaret and get in.
Come on, Jack, we're going to lose him.
Watch it! Get a move on, Jack.
Oh, shut up! I'm doing me best, and I.
Look, you're losing him. Move it!
You, Terry? I hope so, pal, for your sake.
Nice one, Terry.
Easiest bread you'll ever earn, he said. No one else knows he's coming out.
Tasty.
Yeah, well, it's home.
Here, Tom.
Terry.
Got any booze?
Booze? It's 9:15 in the morning.
Not in Hawaii.
What about a cup of tea?
Listen, nearest thing I've had to a drink in the last 4 years is half a pint of aftershave the Christmas before last.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah.
Ah, not exactly the Ritz cocktail bar, is it?
No, not exactly.
Here, Tom.
Terry.
You, got any numbers?
Numbers?
Yeah, you know, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more.
What are you on about?
Oh, blimey, O'Reilly, lad. Numbers. You know, to ring. Swedish masseurs, correction and poetry reading, a speciality.
Pimping comes extra.
Stick it on the bill. 4 years, sunshine.
Now, listen, pal, it's time we had a little chat.
Pub's still open, 11 o'clock.
Now, listen, and listen good. While you're here, there'll be no pubs, no nookie, no nothing.
Oh, stroll on, Tommy.
You're getting closer. It's Terry. Now, come on, say it after me. Terry.
Terry.
Better.
I know nothing.
Security.
Oh, terrific. I get lumbered with Carruthers, MI5.
No. I'm just the silly sod who agreed to mind you. And for some daft reason, I take my job seriously. So while you're here, which I hope is for a very short time, you will stay inside and there'll be no visitors. Got that?
Might as well have stayed in prison.
Yeah, but you didn't, did you?
4 years is a long time.
Eternity's longer, Sunbeam. And that's where you'll end up if Charlie Mellor's old woman gets her hands on you.
Listen, Rose and me, we used to be like that.
Oh, yeah. Who was on top? Listen, that was her this morning, sure as guns are iron, and she'll try again. Don't that worry you?
Quite right, sport. I'm in your hands. Whatever you want.
Arthur said you're fixing up somewhere abroad.
As soon as I dig up the lettuce, yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't want to know about that, OK? I'm strictly a minder. As far as I'm concerned, I'm just here to see that you don't cut yourself while you're shaving. Hello?
Terry?
Hello, Arthur.
Everything go all right?
Yeah, he's here. Just one thing.
What?
Rose Mellors was there.
No.
Yes, with some muscle. And the Dagenham Girl Pipers, for all I know. Look, what you do? Put an ad in the Daily Mirror?
But you got him away. You got Stubbs away, all right?
Yeah, he's here.
Good boy.
Arthur, has he got all his marbles?
Albert? Sure, why?
Well, he don't seem too concerned, and people in his situation who ain't worried, well, they worry me.
Ah, he's probably still a bit stir-crazy. All that freedom's gone to his head.
Look, he's asking me for a bit of how's your father.
Well, prison does that to a bloke, Terry. Don't take offence.
No girls.
Oh.
He wants a lady.
Well, I don't suppose it will kill him.
Well, no, but...
Yeah, carry on the good work. Must go now. Bye-bye.
Oh, hold on, Arthur. Listen, mate,
There we are, dear. That's 150. Lovely rose, that. Peace. If that don't bring your fella back, he's not worth it. Well then, Jack, who was it? Who's got him?
It wasn't Packer's mob. They didn't even know he was coming out today.
Then who was it?
Could have been the law.
I don't think so. Look, spread the news around the street. There's a century for who finds him.
Yeah, could have been a bank copper. You know, maybe one who'd done a bit of a dodgy deed.
Just spread the word, Jack. I'll do the rest.
Oi! Stubbsy! Stubbs!
Oh, no.
To Charlie Mellors and Bernie Packer, two of the finest blokes it's been my privilege to know.
Come, landlord, fill the flowing bowl. A glass of your excellent ale.
Hey, the best. 52, Governor.
52? I suspect you've made an unwitting error there, landlord. 32, perhaps.
Where have you been lately, Squire?
Where the average wage was 50p a week.
Oh, it's like that, is it?
Yes, and if I'd known what was happening to the nation in my absence, I'd have stayed inside. 52 pence for a pint of bitter is daylight robbery.
Aye, well, you'd know more about that than me.
Oh, my aching ribs. Tres amusanti. Charlie'd appreciate that one.
So, you knew Charlie Mellors and Bernie Packer, eh?
Ja, hoor, mynheer.
The Dillinger of Dagenham, what?
Oh, how one comes to despise the gutter press. Cheerio.
You worked with them then?
Only still with the best. That's my motto.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your game?
Ah, landlord. Allow me to introduce my associate.
Hiya, Terry. Who's your friend?
May well ask. Come on your toes, we're going.
Oh.
So now, the end is near. And as I reach the final
You've got
curve...
a right Egypt there, son.
Say that again.
He's been telling me he's a hard man.
Between the ears. Come on, we're going.
Hey, what's up?
Go back to sleep, it's safer. But get your shoes off the bed.
Oh, I was dreaming. I was back inside. It was Tuesday. Best day of the week. Cauliflower cheese for dinner.
Yeah, it's one goodie after another in Nick, innit?
You done any? Time.
Listen, what'd you tell Mickey?
Who?
Mickey, down the boozer.
Ah, nothing.
You do that again, son, and I'm gonna give you a slap. Do you understand?
Yeah. Sorry. It's been a long time.
Yeah, so you keep saying.
Well, it's your lucky day and no mistake. Tell me where you live, Albert, and we can send you on the T-shirt and the car sticker.
Flat 4, 14 Langford Road, Essex.
You are out of your bleeding tree.
No, I always was good on films.
All right, then, come on. What's your bloody lark?
What do you mean?
I know. It's one of Arthur's little jokes, isn't it? I'm on candid camera.
No, it's nothing like that. I just didn't think, that's all. Sorry, old son, honest. It's just like being out and all. I can't handle it yet, not for a bit. You know what I mean? What you doing?
Well, thanks to your competitive spirit, we've got to get out of here.
Oh, yeah, reckon. This is a recording. Look, there must be thousands of Albert Stubbses around.
Oh, yeah. They've all done 4 years, they all came out today, and they're all nutters. And I'm looking after every sodding one of them. Hello? Yeah, hello. Is Arthur there, please? Who? Daly, Arthur Daly.
I'm afraid he's out at the moment.
Oh, well, if he comes in, could you ask him to phone Terry, please? It's urgent. Terry? Yeah, no. Ta-da. All that cauliflower cheese has scrambled your brain.
So, we're not moving then?
No.
I think we should.
Oh, and where should we go, Maestro? Fort Knox? Wait! Don't you want to see whether you made the news?
Don't let go.
Yes. Yes, thank you. We heard it too. So did everyone else. Thanks for calling. The what? The reward? Only 100 just for listening to the radio. Jack, you look like desperate Dan Wavernia. Go and serve. Hello. Yes, we heard it as well, thanks. Yeah, well... No, don't bother, we'll call you. Up yours too, darling. Oh, no, God, blimey. It's all right, Jack, I'll serve the lady. I've got a job for you. Come quick.
What? Sit down.
Let me change the channel.
Oh, now that's not fair.
I want him.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Oh, I'm sorry, pal, you can't have him.
Out of my way, Doris.
Now, you know the rules. I'm minding him. Now, if I was to let you have him, well, my reputation would be shot, wouldn't it? I wouldn't get a job anywhere, would I? Now, you know that, don't you?
Look, I can explain. Sod this for a game of soldiers.
Wait, where do you think you're going?
Leave off, I've had enough.
You've had enough, listen, son.
Do you want some at all? No, look, I can explain everything. Yeah.
Would you go through to the conservatory, please, gentlemen? Wholesalers. What are you trying to do, ruin me?
There you are.
There I am what?
You what?
Who's your girlfriend?
Oh, leave all throws. It's Stubbs, isn't it?
Oh, Jack.
Look, I can explain everything. In other words, this ain't Stubbs.
Not in other words, Jack. Those are the words.
Who's this then?
Martin Borman, for all I care.
Now, beating me up won't help. You want money on it?
Wait a minute, put him down a sec. Right then, love. What's your real name?
George. George Wilson.
Oh. All right then, George. Calm down. Now then, why don't you tell me why you've been going around calling yourself Albert Stubbs? Huh?
You'll wear that watch out, Albert.
Can't we get started?
It's still daylight.
It won't be when we get there.
Look, you've waited 4 years. Another 4 hours isn't going to hurt. Take your coat off. There's another one in the fridge. This is a recording. Mr. Arthur Daly is out of prison. You can't wait to get back inside, can you, Albert?
I've done my bird. They can't do you twice for the same job.
The moment you touch that money, you're handling stolen property. You should have got a job in the library, my son. Boned up on the law. I knew a fellow once, did a wages snatch. Found a nice quiet field, shoved the take in a deep hole just before he was nabbed, just like you. Came back 5 years later to dig it up.
And?
Got done for obstruction.
What?
Where he buried it was now under the fast lane of the M4.
I really need to hear that.
There was another fellow I knew.
As a conversationist, Arthur, you leave a lot to be desired.
Just trying to pass the time.
How's your mucker doing?
No, don't worry about Terry. He knows his job. What's this?
I've been looking everywhere for you. Why's your blower on answer phone?
What you doing here?
What do you want first, Arthur? The bad news or the really bad news?
What's happened?
Well, open the door. It's Stubbs.
What's happened?
I've lost him.
Lost him? Where?
Arthur, the man is mad. It's a pedigree basket case. You know what? He only got his name and address announced on the bleeding radio. Who's this?
Albert. Albert Stubbs.
No, I'm sorry, I'm not quite with you, mate.
The real one.
The real one?
Yeah.
Well, who was the geezer I've been minding?
Well,
Well? Come on, who's that clown who's been sending me round a twist?
Decoy.
Decoy? Oh, this is interesting. This is very interesting.
Well, no, you see, Albert here knew there'd be some people waiting for him when he came out, so he did a deal with another bloke who looked a bit similar, who was coming out on the same day, so that he could sort of draw their fire, so to speak.
And where, so to speak, do you fit in?
Coordinator, that's all.
Where's Wilson? Who's Wilson? George Wilson.
Your man, one of the best con men in the business.
Arthur, I should smack you. Now, you've got no right to use me like this. I suppose it never occurred to you to let me in on it.
No, listen, son, I'm sorry, but I was following the need-to-know principle.
The what?
Well, the less you know, the less you can tell. It's all the rage in MI5.
I see. Well, OK. Working on your principle, all you need to know is that half an hour ago, Rose Mellor's minder hit me on the back of the head and snatched your George bleeding what's name, who probably by now is on his way to the great con game in the sky. Telling them where you bloody live.
No, George wouldn't do that.
Are you kidding? Have you seen her minder? He'd make Harpo Marx talk.
No, George wouldn't do that. He can't. He don't know where I live.
They know your name. You're in the book.
Ex-directory.
What, you?
Yeah. Kept getting all these obscene phone calls from women.
Get the car. We're off.
Hold on. Nobody's going anywhere.
What do you say?
Look, you set me up minding a geezer, right, and I lost him. Now, I dare say, to one of the world's great coordinators, this don't mean a lot. Or, of course, to the Birdman of Alcatraz, but to me, it does. You see, Arthur, first of all, I don't like being made a fool of. Secondly, I hate being bopped on the head. And thirdly, I don't like losing clients. So until he comes back, we're not going anywhere, OK?
You're going to stop us, are you?
How do you feel about cauliflower cheese every Tuesday for another 10 years? Right. So until I find George, I'm going to phone you every half an hour. And if I get a recorded message or no answer, the next number I dial is 999.
Oh, dear.
Is that all you can say? Oh, dear.
I should have told him. He's awfully pissed off.
I'm surrounded by morons. Oh.
I bet you're Terry.
No, I'm just a window cleaner.
I'm Mrs. Mellors. You can call me Rose.
You've got something of mine, Rose.
George is all right, don't worry. He and Jack are having a chat back at my place.
That wasn't very nice, was it?
I'll pay for it.
Thank you.
Just as soon as I collect what I'm due.
I was just going to put the kettle on.
You take the weight off your feet. You've had a busy day. How's your head?
Wonderful. Listen, why don't you just halve it with Stubbs?
Do you think I'm after copping the lot?
Aren't you?
Do I look like a dishonest person, Terry? Well, do I?
No, Rose. You look incredibly honest.
I bring my children up to share and share alike. That's all I ever wanted.
So what's the problem?
Charlie, my husband.
Well?
Well, when he finds out Albert's carved up the money with me, he'll go spare. Albert knows that. He wouldn't be safe in Guatemala.
Oh.
You see, he thinks that I'll spend it all before he and Bernie Packer get out.
No.
Yeah.
Listen, why don't you just put it in a building society?
That's what I told him. Invest it, I said. Keep ahead of inflation. But he never was much of an investing fellow, Charlie. So, you see the score?
Yeah.
You're very good looking, aren't you? Still, I suppose you know that.
Well, a man's got to believe in something, hasn't he?
What do you know about flowers?
They're plastic and they come in vases.
Oh, quite a little pursy thrower, aren't you?
But what about flowers?
Well, I run this gardening centre. It's a nice place. I need someone to help me manage it. It's good money.
It's tempting. How's business?
Blooming.
Yes, Terry, it's me. We're still here. How's it go? Hello?
This bloke of yours.
Terry?
Yeah, what's he like?
Salt of the earth.
You know what I mean. Can you trust him?
To do what?
He could turn me into Rosie Mellors just for the hell of it. She's got quite a persuasive manner when she wants.
Nah. He wouldn't do that. Nah. Not Terry.
Now then, love. Where's this Arthur Daly live?
You give me George, and I'll tell you.
Deal.
Hey, Terry, how long are you going to keep this up? I mean, a joke's a joke.
Arthur, look, just shut up and listen for a while.
That's somebody at the shop.
Nah, it's no one. How'd you do that?
Oh, it's just a fluke. Come on, she'll go.
You, on your toes.
It's all right, Jack, it's all right.
You've got to go to Arthur's. He's got your money. Now, here's
Okay.
the address. No hanging around. You've got to go around there immediately. Take my car. It's just outside. When you get there, park outside Arthur's house and put the keys in the exhaust pipe, all right? Now, go on, sling her up.
We're just going to let him go like that.
Now, you've got to be very quiet.
You are?
I'm very angry with you. You broke down my door. You hit me when I wasn't looking. Now, one of these days, you're going to go over the top, and I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
I told you, love, I'll pay for all the damage.
Rose, he's balmy.
Huh.
Now, look, no more messing about. I'll get my side of the bargain.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, what about yours? Where's Albert?
You gonna believe him, Rose?
Oh, I always believe what fellas tell me. When I first met Charlie, he told me he was working in banking. Well, he was right after a fashion.
Rose, I'm not going to tell you where Arthur lives.
What?
I'm going to take you there. That way, Tarzan. If I don't deliver, we can have some fun. All right?
Oh, certainly. Round and around the bleeding houses.
Yeah, well, it's not far now.
You said that half hour ago. Here?
Yeah, here. And then first left, and then first right.
First left.
That's this hand.
You watch it.
Look, Fittipaldi, why don't you just watch the road and drive?
You wouldn't be having me on, would you, Terry?
Where now?
There, right.
This could be the end of a beautiful friendship.
We'll still have Paris, sweetheart. That's it. Just up here on the left. Thank you, James. This'll do nicely.
What floor's he on?
It's... Hold on. There they are. That's Arthur.
And that's Albert.
Are you sure this time?
Yeah, that's him, no mistake.
Where are they off to?
I'll give you two guesses. I'll tell you what, Rose. If you were to follow them, I think all your troubles would be over.
Oh, come on, Jack. Be careful.
All right, lads. Cheers. All right, Stubbsy, come on. The bogeyman's gone.
Arthur said this was your idea.
Yep, that's right. I'll tell you what, my decoy's better than yours.
I'm charging danger money for this, Arthur. Well, in overtime at least. Keep trying, George. Where are we going? Let's call it a mystery tour.
Where are we? Walton Green's down the road. Tell you what, I wouldn't have been surprised if there wasn't a bleeding great housing estate here.
You and your mates have got a marvellous sense of humour. Come on.
I knew a bloke once. Came back to dig up some money.
Yeah, and it was under the M4.
No, nothing like that. No, he dug it up all right, what was left of it.
What do you mean?
Mice.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's in the Guinness Book of Records. Most expensive mice nest in the world, lined with 40,000 quid.
Come on. It's got to be it.
Away you go, then.
We'll take it in turns, yeah?
No way. I've stuck my neck out enough for you. Anyway, you need the exercise.
They're going to clock something's wrong soon, Arthur. They got to.
We're halfway to bleeding Luton. Just keep him in sight, Jack.
Why? Payday! Steve, why don't you send up a flare so everyone will know we're here?
Come on, give us a hand. We'll open it at your place.
Oh, yeah?
Come on, grab hold!
I suppose you'll put Charlie Mellors and Bernie Packer's share back later, will you?
I'll look after it for them.
I bet you will. Rather you than me, mate. Of course, big enough, isn't it? Hold on.
There's 50 grand in there.
I heard it was 60.
And the bloke who washed it took 10 in commission.
10 grand? Gordon Bennett, all about robbers robbing of robbers.
Had no choice, had I? The money we nicked was in brand new tens. He changed it into used onces. That's why I needed a big box. Have you ever seen 50,000 quid in £1 notes?
No, not recently.
Come on.
Come on! Come on!
Isn't it lovely?
It'd be even lovelier when it's out of here.
How am I going to shift it?
You need a sack.
Leave off, I look like bleeding Santa Claus.
Well, that, as they say, pal, is your problem. But it leaves here fast. Right now, in fact.
But what am I going to carry it in?
We'll give you a hand, Albert.
I've got to get that door mended. Anyone can walk in here.
Oh, Terry, I should have your luck.
How's that?
Well, I mean, you've been here and all with the money. Fantastic. And there was Jack when he found out you put us on a wild old goose chase, saying how he was going to reach down your throat, grab hold of your knees and turn you inside out. I had to close my ears.
Yeah, well, he's always had a vivid imagination, young Jack, hasn't he?
Yeah. Still, as we're all here with the money, we'll forget all about it.
You know I'm a dead man, Rose. Charlie's going to kill me over this.
The weather's nice in Brazil this time of year, Albert. Give Ronnie Biggs a ring. You can dust down on his veranda. Have you got any old grocery bags, dear? Something to put this lot in?
Halves is it then, Rose?
You're getting close, Albert. You're warm.
Thirds?
I'll take Charlie's share, and I'll put Bernie's in the woolwich. Be a nice little nest egg when he comes out.
Charlie's not going to like this. He's going to be mad as hell. I shouldn't be surprised if he gets someone to have a go at you, Rosie.
No, he won't. Not when I tell him.
Tell him what?
Why, that you copped the lot, of course.
Oh, Rosie. You wouldn't tell him that.
Terry, what's all this?
Well, well, old home week. Well, I'll say goodbye, everybody. Oh, anybody want any flowers or plants? I'll give 50% off for friends. It's all right, Jack. I'll take that one.
That Rose? What about me?
Oh. Terry, I want you to know that what happened this afternoon between us was the loveliest, most wonderful experience in my life. And I'll never forget you.
I meant the door.
You didn't. Terry. 2 bottles vintage shampoo.
Stolen? That was sparkling Nigerian.
Vintage shampoo, transport, a lot of transport, petrol, lunch, Havana cigars.
What with you, rose mellors, and inflation, it was hardly bloody worth it. Thank you.
And groceries, petrol, 4 cans of Guinness, the big ones, half a dozen phone calls and a pot of tea, and 1 shovel. Ta-ra then, Albert. Now look after yourself and be very careful. There are a lot of very shady customers about.
Time I've paid George, I'll be out of pocket on this one.
Yeah, and bought a few pints. Come on, they're open.
I don't know why I bother to help people. With no appreciation.
No, it's like the man said, innit? You can't win them all. That's a bit of wisdom, that is, Arthur. Arthur, still you're round? Mickey, this may amaze you, but Mr. Daly is going to buy a drink. So we want 2 pints of best, 2 whiskey chasers, a cigar, sir.
1 large vodka and slimline, 1 lager, finito.
You've got the longest pockets and the shortest arms than I've ever seen.
Yeah. Who's your other mate?
Mate? Leave it out.
What was that all about, then?
Do I ask you when you're watering the beer?
Thanks.
Well, Mr. D, to crime.
Cut that out.
Hey, just a minute. Not these ones.
What?
These. They're no good.
Hey?
Oh, what's the matter with them? What do you mean, no good?
Well, those are the old ones, aren't they?
So?
Oh, well, you wouldn't have noticed, Mr. Rockefeller, dealing only in 20s, but we changed over onces in 1978. These aren't legal tender anymore.
Since when?
Since June the 1st.
Why not?
Well, they were all pulled in, weren't they?
What am I going to do with all these?
It's the truth. You found Captain Morgan's treasure or something?
Are you trying to tell me we can't spend it?
What you do is, you step down the Bank of England, you fill in a form, and they'll change them for you, if you're lucky.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear.
I'm bloody glad you can see the funny side of it.
No, it's quite simple, Arthur. All you got to do is step over to the Bank of England, throw in a few firearms, and they give you the money for it.
Don't know where you got all this lot, anyway. They're nearly all out of circulation. I haven't seen one for ages. What's the matter, Terry?
I'll tell you what. Here, for charity. Arthur, you can go and fill in a few forms, and you can go to the Bank of England. I don't even know where it is.
I think I'd like to go home now.
Get many of those at a pound, do you? Big girl when she grows up? Oh. Right. Young enough to be your daughter.
Well, what's wrong with that? That's what keeps me young.
Oh, I thought it was Philisan and Grecian 2000.
You can be very hurtful sometimes, Terence. Little doll. See, that's what her indoors don't understand. Young bird like that around keeps you feeling young. I mean, look at that Picasso. He always had a few young birds about. Kept him going till he was 90-odd.
Paintings weren't all that.
Arthur.
Well, Stan. All right.
Yeah. Terry?
Stan?
You couldn't do us a favour, could you?
How much is it going to cost me?
Don't get me wrong. Do you think you could change it for me?
Oh, you and Scotch Harry had a bit of a tickle.
I know, just a bit of luck. It's a good one.
I'll just see what the exchange rate is.
Could I have a light ale and all?
Do us a favour, Dave. Got some of my holiday money left over. Change that for me.
Straight, is it?
Of course it's straight. Think I'd go to the Seychelles with naughty money? About $2 the pound, isn't it?
Oh, I don't think it's as much as that.
No? Well, give us 40 and 5 and you and your good lady have a drink. Oh, and my usual. Oh, and light ale.
You all right?
Yeah.
You look a bit worried.
Oh, no, I'm not. Honest. I thought I'd buy a new cardigan on Monday.
Nice.
There you are, Stan.
Oh, Tom.
Have I given up?
I thought you were taking it easy, Terry.
Oh, yeah, I always come here Saturday afternoon and sit here with an empty glass, don't I?
There you are, Stan. 8 fivers.
Is that all?
Well, it's a rate of exchange, isn't it? Varies from day to day.
Oh, I didn't realise that.
Oh, yeah, especially on a Saturday afternoon. Something to do with Switzerland. Scotch Harry all right?
Oh, yeah. He's terrific.
You, got any more of those lurking about? $100 bills?
Well, to tell you the truth...
Yeah, I like that, Stan.
There is a few more.
Mm-hmm.
Just a few, like.
Well, why don't you get Scotch Harry and we'll do a bit of business?
He's barred in here.
No, I'll square it with Dave, as long as he's with me.
He won't come out.
Why not?
You could come round. He wouldn't like it, but if you've got some time...
Yeah, that's a good idea. Never know. Might get a drink.
It's me, Harry.
Aye. Who have you got with you?
Arthur and Terry. What'd you bring them for? Look, just open up, I'll explain.
Did you get that carry out?
2 bottles of wine, cranberry, lemonade, some cans of lager.
What are you two of?
Arthur changed the dollars.
So what? You can change them anywhere. I don't need these guys.
All right, that's fair enough. Come on, it ain't exactly trade of Vicks, is it?
No, just a minute, Terry. I think Harry's got a problem.
Drinking that, I'm not surprised.
Oh, tell him, Harry, please.
Now, where you go, you beggy jet? We're home and dry.
Why did you bolt the door, then? He picked the wrong guy's pocket.
Give that up. Oxford Street, full of Arabs. You ever try to pick an Arab's pocket? All you end up with a handful of terroline sheeting.
We was working the air terminal.
All right, I'll tell them. It was all your fault anyway. Right. So we're working the air terminal.
Flight 606 to Düsseldorf is departing from gate 4. Passengers who have not checked in, please go to desk O.
I'm looking for a handbag, a flight bag, a suitcase. I mean, a fistful of credit cards and a checkbook will do us nicely.
Flight 606 to Düsseldorf is departing from gate 4. Passengers who have not checked in, please go to desk.
I'm clotting this young guy, right? The luggage looks good.
And when this bird appears, he puts down the case. That looks really good. He's shouting the odds, why so late and all that. Me, I'm in there like Kenny Dalglish with an open goal. I'm off, and they haven't even noticed. I'm heading for Big Stan, right? Then Rycott appears. DC Rycott. I thought he'd get kicked off the manor. I mean, that guy knows me better than my brother. I mean, I'm a magic runner, but I'm a wee bit out of training. Fried chicken, chips, chocolate, trifle. I could have had a 4-course dinner if I hadn't been so knackered. See some of their restaurants. They ought to be nicked. Big Stan had to take my good suit to the cleaners.
Well, what's your worry then? You got a result, didn't you?
Maybe aye, maybe no.
Why not?
Well, how come Rycott's not been round here looking for me?
How come you're still here waiting for him?
I don't know.
So you nicked a fella's suitcase. You think Rycott's going to give up his Saturday off just for that?
Why not? You'd give up your Saturday off for this. Get up, you.
How much?
Couldn't he count it all?
Gave up.
About $500,000.
A lot, innit? Yes, it is a lot. Even at Arthur's rate of exchange. Nothing on the news?
No.
No old Bill?
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, bit of a thief. Couldn't resist nicking the hotel notepaper. Fontwell. Smart, comfy. What nationality was he?
How the hell should I know?
What airline was he going on?
Oh, that Yankee one.
Pan Am.
Twa.
TWA, you twit.
Anyway, what does it matter?
Well, maybe we can find him.
What for?
What for? Because you're going to have to hand it back, aren't you?
Are you kidding?
No, my little Scotch friend, I am not kidding.
He's right, Harry. People get killed for that sort of dough.
Move. How are they ever going to find me?
Who knows? But I'd put a banker bet on your coupon they're going to be looking.
You want a phone book guide, Harry? You'll have a few more of those psychedelic cocktails. You'll be out on the street, pubbing it, clubbing it, flashing your wad, telling everyone you're the master criminal of the century. 2 days and half London will know. I mean, Harry, you've jumped from the Scottish Second Division straight into the European Cup.
And I'm going to win it and all.
Go on, listen to him. He's like the Ally MacLeod of the bag snatching set.
What's the news to? I done that business, okay?
No, you're talking about giving it back.
Not all of it, Harry. Obviously, there'll be some disbursements involved.
Eh?
Commission, expenses. Mainly for you and Stan. Bit for me and Terry.
How come you two suddenly are in the act?
Because you're in trouble, old son, and you're going to need looking after.
He's right enough, Harry. Shut your face, you.
You want helping? You don't want helping?
Hey, what are you doing?
Stay here. I'll be back in a bit.
Hold on, wait, just a minute. Listen, what are you talking about, stay here? What happens if he gets a pull? I'm sitting there with a bag full of dollars. The old bill comes in. What am I going to say, eh? Oh, yeah, I always spend my Saturdays with Scotch Harry at one of his little cocktail parties.
The law won't come round.
What about the other mob, then? They got that sort of dough, they're going to be a bit tasty, aren't they?
I'll be back soon.
Oh, you'll be back? Oh, that's all right, then. That's really put my mind at rest, hasn't it?
We're earning, Terry. With something like this, we've got to be earning.
But if...
Hey, do you know what I could do with all that money? I could get myself an oil rig.
You'd be better off with the distillery.
Listen, don't come at you. Cockney hard case, eh? What do I need you for? I mean, you think I can't do the bizzo myself? Don't you worry about that, Jimmy. I can do the bizzo myself. I've got a not guilty for manslaughter.
Yeah, you probably never did it.
Aye. Ah, but how will they know that? Harry's brand new. And don't you forget it. What was that?
It's all right, it's all right. It was the cat flap.
You sure?
Oh, you'll hear the other lot. They'll probably come in firing submachine guns.
Look, Maurice, if I'd set it up, I wouldn't have come back here, would I?
Unless you were very brave. Isn't that so, Eric?
Or incredibly stupid. Look, I may...
Listen, Brian. We've had a very efficient system. In our business, everybody's accountable. You to me, I to certain people in France, they to certain people in Germany. We go through england because English people going abroad are never searched by their customs. We have a very good arrangement at Munich airport with the unloading staff. $500,000 lost. In my position, would you believe your story?
The man grabbed the bag and ran towards the...
You are simply a pretty appendage to Brian. Your job is to look like an attractive secretary going abroad with your boss or boyfriend. Please don't interrupt again. Brian, you've drawn attention to yourself. And in our business, that's a very serious mistake.
Okay. And I'm sorry. But look, I think we've got an ally.
Who?
Well, this Detective Constable Rycott. He knows the guy who snatched the bag.
Now he also knows you.
Well, he knows my name, but not my address. Well, okay, he knows I've got something to hide. But if the price is right, he'll find that bag snatcher for us.
It didn't occur to you that he might be setting you up.
But of course it did. What other chance have we got?
Eric, will you get me some mineral water, please?
Hey, he's one of the laggers.
You'd be better off with a stomach pump.
You sharp, you. Cockney.
All right, don't get cheeky, Harry.
Why not? I haven't been hit by bigger guys than you. Big David McDougal tried to bite my nose off once.
Oh, what happened?
What happened? I prized his false teeth out.
Very clever.
With my bare hands. Hey. It's me, Harry. What does he mean, it's me, Harry? Doesn't even give her a password.
We haven't got a password.
Got some of them kebabs. I hate kebabs. I told you I wanted a chicken supper.
The place open all they have.
You never do anything right.
Listen, you Scotch punce. You don't like kebabs? You could be eating kin of me.
Hey, take it easy, sonny.
Take it easy.
I only meant kebabs wasn't always my first choice. What would we having the Ulster at that? Yeah. Honest, Harry, these ones, they're magic.
Any luck they'll make him disappear.
Why are you so sure of this Rycott?
Well, I'm not. You know, we sparred around for a little while. I suppose you could see I was pretty shaken up. I gave him a tale about company records and rewards. Look, I could just tell he's the sort of cop who would give your driving license to with a £10 note stuck inside.
And then he arrests you and slaps on another charge of trying to bribe a police officer.
Look, Rycott got the message. He knows I want the bag and that I'm not worried about an arrest.
What about him?
Well, he said enough. I mean, you arrest a bag snatcher, it's hardly overnight promotion.
He has this man's address?
Well, it'll take a day, maybe two. These people move about quite a bit. Look, Rycott gave me his home telephone number. He's on our side, Maurice.
Still a very big risk. If he finds out what's in the bag.
But I told him all we needed was the address. After that, I'd handle everything. He'd get his reward. Everything will be forgotten. If he finds the man, he's in our pocket.
Unless he gets too greedy. Can you find out about this Detective Constable Rycott, Eric? Probably. So, we have a little sneak thief. And hopefully a bent policeman.
Maurice, I put the bag down for 20 seconds. Please, you've got to believe that.
Brian, it's all a matter of accountability, as I explained. Are you frightened?
Yes.
Good. You should be. And dear Kim as well.
Right, all fixed.
It's not much of a hotel, is it?
What do you expect? The top floor of the Dorchester? I've taken care of everything. Nobody's to know you're here. I've told the geezer you're 3 oil men down from Aberdeen. Terry, nobody goes out.
Yeah, okay.
Remember, you're all incognito. See you soon.
Hello, Terry. What you doing here?
Incognito. I think we got the penthouse suite booked.
Oh, yeah? It's Scotch Harry, isn't it? I haven't seen you in years, Harry.
I'm no Scotch Harry. I'm his brother.
Oh, yeah, got it. Right. Now, sign in, lads, and the first night's in advance.
I thought it'd all been taken care of.
Well, it ain't, and I've got to have a deposit.
Do you take credit cards?
No offence meant, but not from you, Harry.
Look, I told you. You're mixing me up with my brother.
Oh, sorry about that. Now, it's still £7 a night each in advance.
What's the room service like?
Just across the street. Little off licence, besides the Packy Grocery Emporium.
21 today.
Coach 151 to Rotterdam is departing from gate 10.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sweetheart. I wonder if you could do me a little favour. A fella lost a bag here yesterday, and a friend of mine found it and would...
Pardon me, sir. It's a matter for our security people.
Oh, no, sweetheart. See, I want to do him a favour. See, my friend thinks there might be a small reward.
It's a matter for our security man, and unfortunately, he's not on duty at the moment.
Ah, well, there you are, sweetheart. See, he's got the address. All he needs is a name. Oh, it's not a crime just to give me the name, is it?
It was on the Munich flight, wasn't it?
That's right. He was doing a Neville Chamberlain.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, never mind.
He was, Mr. Brian Ashton.
And he didn't take his flight?
No.
Thanks very much, sweetheart. You're doing a very good public relations job here. Don't suppose you ever get up to White City Saturday nights, do you? No, you don't.
Darling, you better go.
What do you mean?
Get out of here.
But why?
They don't believe us, that's why.
Look, the police guy's looking for the thief.
And if he doesn't find him... I don't think Bono's going to believe if he sees that money sitting in front of him. Even then, we're out of a job. We've screwed it up. These people don't believe in accidents. Should have stayed selling insurance. I don't want you hurt, Kim. Hello? Who wants to know? Yes. Yes, this is Brian Ashton speaking. When? Yes, okay. Yes. Yes, I'm sure we have a little business to discuss.
What am I going to do then?
Well, just suss it out, that's all.
Listen, I could be walking into a load of trouble up there. You're supposed to be the business brain.
Yeah, of course I am. That's why I'm sending you in there to meet him. I want to reveal our hand.
What hand?
The fact that someone of my stature is involved in it.
Ah, it's really going to terrify him, that is, isn't it?
Possibly. In fact, more than likely, Terry. Besides, you need a backup man outside.
I'd rather have a backup man inside.
No, I've got to keep a lookout for Rycott. You don't know him all that well.
You'd probably be up there with them.
I'll give you a chance to meet him, won't it? Stop worrying, Terry. Just get in there and, in the words of Scotch Harry, do the bisou.
How
much change have you got left?
About 15 quid.
Now, give us it.
What for?
Because it's my money.
What do you want it for?
To get a carry out.
I'll get it.
Hey, listen. Do you not think I can cross the bloody street?
Well, Arthur and Terry said not to go out.
So what? You're forgetting who nicked that case. I'm the guy that did the bizzo, okay? I'm the one that should be giving the orders, not them two. Right, give us the money.
Oh, look, Harry.
Never mind, look. I only want to cross the street and get a couple of bottles, breath of fresh air. I mean, I'm no used to sitting in all day like this. I'm basically an outdoor man. I come for Clyde Bank.
I'll come with you.
Oh, sod you coming with me. Stan, with all this dough at stake, is it likely I'd do anything stupid? I mean, who organises everything for us two? It's me, right? I mean, I look after you more than you look after me, don't I?
My best pal.
Of course, well, just give me a tenner and I'll go and get a couple of bottles. Breath of air. How would you like to get you some crisps?
Nice. Some of them cheese ones.
Barbecue bacon. Yeah. I like the cheese ones myself. Hey, I'll get the big bags, right?
Be good, that would.
Right. Back before you know it, Stan.
All alone, old boy.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Do we make formal introductions?
No, I don't. He's not the guy who stole the bag.
I see. You some kind of a go-between.
An agent. A sort of commission agent.
How much?
Well, since we got so lucky, and we don't want to row ourselves in on your thriving little business, we thought 50 grand. In coinage of the realm, of course.
Who exactly are we dealing with?
I don't want to know your name, and I ain't going to tell you mine.
Oh, professional.
Right.
I think I should make at least one introduction. This is Eric. Eric was with the SAS.
Nice for him.
He was the Sultan of Okrama's personal bodyguard.
Wasn't that the one who got shot?
After my time, old boy.
Well, I'm sure you're very handy, Eric.
You obviously have somebody waiting downstairs.
Obviously.
Don't you think 50,000 is a little excessive?
Well, $500,000 ain't exactly bingo money, is it?
Do forgive me. I haven't even offered you a drink.
No, I won't be staying. You agree the price, we deliver the bag.
How do we get in touch?
We don't. We arrange the meet now. After that, you don't see us, we don't see you.
I hardly imagine we mix in the same social circles.
Well, you never know who you're going to run into at the hunt ball these days, do you, Eric?
How true.
Tonight, 10 o'clock.
Is that it, then?
That's it.
That's surprising, really. Good as gold. Very trusting.
Yeah? I don't know they were all that trusting.
Hey?
Don't look round. I said don't look round, didn't I? Being followed.
Oh, you're joking.
Soon find out. Following and not all that well.
Yeah, that'd be the bold Eric. Funny, really. I thought he'd drop on us by parachute.
What now, then?
We hope the front door ain't locked.
What are you talking about, front door?
address. Now he's got one. Highly trained killer. He's not all that, is he?
Lovely mushroom, lovely fair. Fair.
Yeah, Oh, Mr. Riker, is he then?
Get in the car, Harry. Out of the rain. Bit too pissed for your 800 metres this time, eh?
Hey, he's a black. What have I done? Hey, listen, I was with my brother and my auntie.
When?
Ah, to hell. Whenever you like. I thought you were still over in E Division, Mr. Rycott.
Yeah? Well, I served my time, Harry, just like you. 6 years back as a wooden top. Very sweaty in the summer, those uniforms.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Mr. Rycott. I mean, you suit the plain clothes better. Oh, you were always a nice dresser, Mr. Rycott. I got a shock of my life when I saw you at that air terminal.
15 years and still a bloody detective constable.
You deserve better, so you do, Mr. Rycott.
Not you, Harry.
Ah, I just scrape by, you know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm doing, Harry, just scraping by.
You could have been an inspector by now, except for that wee bit of trouble, Mr. Rycott.
Good copper, Harry.
One of the best. I mean, see, for guys like me, you were always bad news, if you don't mind me saying that.
Screwed up my pension.
See, some people, no appreciation. Hey, Mr. Rycott, we just passed the night.
Yeah?
Hey, what's occurring?
Well, you can't be doing with getting nicked again, can you, Harry?
Where are we going?
We're going to do ourselves a favour. You see, I don't get any pleasure out of putting away guys like you. It's not nicking people that counts, is it? Rehabilitation, that's the approach these days, Harry.
I thought The rehabilitation was learning your trade or sending you a probation officer.
Yeah, well, they are a bit like that, these people. Do-gooders. You do a good deal, you'll be all right.
Yeah. Listen, I want out of here.
Shut up. Don't think of it, Harry. Broken legs, attempting to escape from police custody, damage to my motor. Good judge would stick 12 months on top for that.
Aye, right. Okay if I have a wee drink, Mr. Rycott.
Why not? You wipe the top and I'll have one and all.
How could you, Stan? How could you? Stay in, I said. Nobody goes out, I said.
Just said he was going out for some crisps and a drink.
Drink? You let him go out for a drink?
Just the one.
He can't count one. I mean, I've been working on his behalf. I've been grafting for him. I've been face to face with a trained assassin. Yeah?
Arthur, someone wants you on the blower.
Great, isn't it? Nobody's supposed to know we're here. Now we're getting person-to-person calls. Scotch Harry?
No, bloke wouldn't give his name.
Sorry, Terry. Honest, only give him a tenner.
With one of them in his pocket, he could be anywhere, couldn't he? He's probably halfway to Spain for the next World Cup. Mind you, it'd be the only Scot there.
Okay. So you've got our friend. But we still got the money. What do you mean the situation's changed? You know where we are as well? No names. Well, great. But we still got the money. An hour. Yeah, I'll think about it. I don't usually inhale these. Scotch Harry's just signed in at the Fontwell.
Hey?
He's staying the night and we probably won't see him again.
So what do we do?
So, you've got to make a choice, Stan. Friendship or dollars?
He's my best pal.
Terry. It'd be a terrible world without friends, wouldn't it?
Hold on. Isn't that the Pink Panther?
Oh, yeah.
What about his comrades in arms?
He's on the payroll, isn't he?
Yeah, but how many others?
Nah, forget it. I think DC Rycott's doing a bit of freelancing. Always was a greedy man.
Hello, Mr. Rycott. Hello, lads.
Long way up your manor, aren't you?
I'm just waiting for a friend of mine.
Hope you're not going to nick him.
You haven't got a hidden microphone in there, have you, Arthur? I can't believe you try and fit up an hard-working DC.
Not my style.
Good. Have a nice meeting, lads.
A pleasure to see you, gentlemen. Eric will take the bag.
No, just a minute.
Your friend was very cooperative.
Harry.
I did tell you that Eric was a skilled man.
Oh, hey, fellas, I'm sorry. What could I do? That big guy fairly did the biz on me.
You didn't have to do that.
We had to have names.
He's only a little guy.
But suddenly he was mixing with big guys. There is an old myth. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Don't believe that, Mr. Daly. Small people, they disappear. Nobody even cares. You drop them in the river and they don't even leave a ripple.
We're getting to the hospital, Larry. I drink, Stan.
£500, and you're lucky, Mr. Daly.
Wait a minute.
No argument, no threat. Mistakenly, you involved yourself with a very big organization. You caused us an inconvenience, but business was merely interrupted. In half an hour, we can have disappeared. So take your friend, go, and forget.
Bastard! He's my pal!
Don't you do that to me!
Oh, as you said, my friend, the smaller they are.
See to him, will you? Hey, give a kick at him. Just one kick, eh?
Yeah, sod it, why not?
Oh, Mummy, Daddy, my toe. Oh.
Who says you can never find one when you want one? Now, I've never grassed on anyone in my life, Mr. Rycott, but there's a little team up in room 1720 of very nasty people.
Why, look at that, eh, Mr. Rycott?
One of them pulled a button off my jacket.
So are you on duty, Rycott? Because if you're moonlighting, sir, I don't think you're going to get paid out.
I'm nearly always on duty.
Good.
I think we've nearly made an honest copper of him.
Are there? Got a minute?
Excuse me.
Yeah, look, come on, do me a favour. You know Scotch Harry's been barred here for 6 months.
Dave, he's with me. I'll vouch for him. He'll be as good as gold.
Stop messing me about, Bacon. I'm all right. Yeah, well, any naughty behaviour and he's out, right?
On my landlord's life. He's in my company. Need I say more?
Yeah, talking of your landlord's life, you know that $100 you gave me on Saturday?
Yeah?
Well, it's a wrong and half.
You what?
I took it to the bank this morning. It's a forgery. Very good one. Nevertheless, apparently they are all over the continent.
Forgery? $100?
On my bank manager's life, Arthur. So, you owe me 45 quid.
Honest, Dave, I don't know how that could occur.
But that is still 9 fivers, Arthur.
Since you got your hand in your pocket, that's a Drambuie shandy for him. There's a light ale for him. What do you want, Dave?
A Bloody Mary.
A large Bloody Mary. I think I'll have a large Bloody Mary. And a slim large, you know, watch that. Have whatever you like yourself. Would you like a drink, now? Anybody want a drink? No, hey, look. If you stand there solidly, your feet are all in the wrong position. You're going to get hit all the time. You've got no way to move. If you bounce, you should be able to bounce, keep your feet. Look, I'll show you. Luther, come and throw a few right angles at me. It's typical. Right, look, I'll move, right? I'll move. Don't you let me want to see it.
Hello, Arthur.
Hello, George.
You got a kid down here, then?
Yeah, my boy, Terry McCann. Helps him out with their boxing.
No, ain't that public-spirited?
Oh, yeah.
How's the little lady, Dick?
Oh, a diamond, George.
A treasure, eh?
Hard, like flint.
He's still a bit tasty, your Terry, isn't he?
He does all right by me, I reckon.
Dad, can I stay at Brenda's tonight?
They say you don't mind subletting him. Is that right?
Depends on the price, George. And the job. Nothing dodgy.
Well, I'll put you onto something not strictly kosher. Come on.
Dad, can I?
Look, shut it, Anthea.
Well, what's the score, then?
There's a couple of punters use my place in South Kent. They need a bit of muscle. Now, the money's good. Can I make them meet?
Why not? Make him have it, Terry. Go on, give him the old MEW.
Arthur?
Now, what exactly are you gentlemen looking for?
It's not easy to describe the sort of person we need.
Essentially, Mr. Daly, we're seeking a man who looks the part. You know, a bit...
tasty, but not too...
not so much as to frighten people.
Sounds like my Terry. What's the job?
Oh, simply to reassure a visiting client. Look after him. Discourage anyone taking advantage.
We wouldn't want him with any kind of, you know.
A shooter.
Oh, Terry never packs one. We're strictly legitimate. George knows that.
Then I think we can do business together.
So where'd you hear about this?
George Lewis down the youth club, picking up his kid. Saw you boxing, reckoned he'd get you a job for a couple of days.
Who's George Lewis when he's at home?
He owns an escort agency. A club in South Kent. You know, discotheque and supper. A couple of tables upstairs, some girls.
What, is it all hoorays and Arabs?
Ah.
That'll be 126.
I've arranged an interview for you.
An interview? What's he want, a minder or a bleeding brain surgeon?
Here you are, 2 o'clock at that address.
Yeah, all right. Bit dodgy, though, isn't it? And wouldn't you think they could hire some proper muscle?
Or maybe they don't know their way around.
Yeah, but maybe they do.
Cheers.
Cheers. Mr. Elliot?
Yes?
I'm Terry McCann. I believe Mr. Daly had a word with you about me.
Have you been inside?
Look, just tell me what the job is, eh? It might be too high class for me.
Carry a piece?
No way. Anyway, what do you want a bodyguard for? Big boy like you.
It's for a colleague.
Ah.
A Mr. Sain.
French?
Arab, Lebanon. He's in banking. Commodities. Very influential.
What's he want a babysitter for, then?
Oh, they get a bit paranoid out there in the Middle East. It's part of his contract. Rented house, chauffeur, bodyguard, manservant, you know the sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. My dad never travels anywhere without them.
He'll be here for 3 or 4 days. The car's a Rolls-Royce, and what we're looking for is a driver come minder for Mr. Sain.
Now, listen, I'm not pouncing around in all that chauffeur's gear like somebody's pet monkey.
Personally, I never thought monkeys could drive. But so long as you look tidy, wear what you like. Any questions so far?
Well, yeah. Let's get it straight. Is anybody liable to have a go at this Mr. Sain?
Good Lord, no. You can look forward to a nice, easy 3 days.
Clock stopped.
Don't worry, the manservant will wind it.
Manservant?
Yes. Mr. Sain will need somebody to run the house.
Listen, if I'm going to look after this geezer, I think I ought to be there when you choose this manservant. Check him out. I mean, we don't want a tea leaf about, do we?
There's no need to worry, Terry. Your Mr. Daly is providing the manservant, so he's bound to be okay. Now, where shall we start?
Yeah, well, we want to check all the locks, doors, windows, that sort of thing. All the light switches, creaking boards, anything that might put us in lumber if somebody has a go at us. I can't see Elliot being too pleased with you running around in his roller.
Don't worry, Terry. When the wind of good fortune blows, you've got to capitalise. Opportunity knocks but once.
But what are you going to say to this geezer anyway? He's got a very busy programme.
Look, he's a banker, right? When did a British businessman, e.g. me, allow an Arab banker to walk in and out of his life without relieving him of the odd 100 Gs?
Now, why would he give you 100,000? Listen, Arthur, I'm sorry, mate, but you're not in his league.
Terry. Oh, you do know how to wound, you really do. Not in his league, eh? Who looks after you, son? Who got you a job driving a Rolls Royce when 3 days ago you were barred from the snooker hall for a £6 debt?
Look, I'm getting late.
Yeah, well, don't forget the introduction. This is the managing director of Lockfast
Yeah, I've got
Securities.
all that.
I'll be just over here, walking by sort of dead casual, you know, probably smoking a proper cigar.
That's really going to dazzle him, Arthur. Yeah, it's a brown roller right in front of you. The boot's open. No, Mr. Sayin.
You have some identification?
Yeah, of course.
You work for Mr. Sardin?
No, Mr. Elliot. On a contract.
A contract? I hope not.
Oh, I see a contract, yes. The car's this way, sir.
Why? Bless my soul.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Sayin, this is Arthur Daly, managing director of... Sorry, mate.
Who on earth is that?
Lockfast Securities, sir. Managing director.
My God, I'm being plagued by scavengers. Please drive on at once.
Steady, boyo! This isn't an adventure playground. What the hell are you doing here? A bleeding manservant, isn't it? Arthur hired us. Some wog.
Look alive, he's here.
Oh, Your Highness. The Sheikh Sayin, I believe. Salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Yes, I heard the Effendi's limousine pull up outside, and I was sure the Sheikh would be grateful for a refreshing glass of cognac.
That is kind, but it is against my religion to drink.
Oh.
Your name is?
Adai Llewellyn, at your service, sire. Effendi, we are a bit rough around the edges, but for the tops in cooking and the washing of bottles, as they say, look no further. Have no fear, Effendi. Die is near.
Well, Llewellyn.
No, Llewellyn, sire. But be not troubled. We Welshmen have great difficulties with Arabian words like camel and oil.
Yes, I'm sure.
Yes.
Llewellyn, I wish to bathe in 5 minutes, and I want no herbs or perfumes in the water. Also, please get my luggage from the car. Hang my suits, put my shirts, etc. in their places, and lay out my gray three-piece suit with a white poplin shirt and a red silk tie. Also, I shall require a bowl of consomme and a water biscuit for my lunch in 1 hour. And I want this room arranged as a study with a desk there, so I can receive my guests on a formal business footing. Also, I am not a sheikh. Neither am I an effendi or a sire. I am Bassam Sayin, Sir or Mr. Sayin, to my staff. Understood?
Luggage from car, bath filled with water neat. Grey whistle, white shirt, red silk tie. Soup, hardtack, and the desk in this room. No Oriental titles, just Mr. or Sir. Got it, sir. Your wish is my command.
Where in the name of Allah did he come from?
Must be the agency.
Half-hour full-body massage. Assisted shower. Topless, two-girl topless or VIP.
I only happen to be joint managing director of this place, darling. Where's Frankie?
Look, are you some kind of nutter? I'm going to get Terry onto you.
Terry's not here, is he?
How do you know?
Because Terry, like you, Sweetness, works for me. Where is she?
Hi, doll. Come to inspect the investment.
Francis, at the risk of industrial action, will you ask this young lady to smile at the customers and make the service we offer sound less like a sentence of transportation to Newgate Assizes?
You heard the man. Be kind to the punters.
Right, business, love. We got this rich Arab up West Kent. Big house, waterable banknotes.
Come in. Can I have a word, please?
Of course. What can I do for you?
Something you said in the car. You asked me if I was carrying a gun.
Oh, nothing.
Is there something I ought to know, Mr. Sayin?
No, nothing at all. I have some delicate negotiations going on back in my country. I'm sorry if I seem preoccupied.
You can always keep in contact by phone.
My presence is needed to avert complications.
Yeah, well, give me the simple life every time.
You know politics. What was it Byron said?
Politics? I thought you were in banking.
Yeah, and commodities. You know, you can't be a politician in my country without one of two things.
And what are they?
$100 million or a private army.
Does this Terry McCann know what he's doing?
Let's say he's fairly competent.
Good. It is important that Sayin is provided with a respectable bodyguard.
Have you heard from Beirut?
Yes, everything is fine. We can go ahead with our business.
Good.
Now, love, remember what I told you?
Are you sure he's good for Essential?
Of course. Look, leave the finance to Arthur. I just want to sweeten him up for my little proposition.
All right, Arthur. Things I do for you.
That's a spirit.
I see. Did he leave a number where he could be contacted? I see. Thank you. Oh, that would be Mr. Sadi. He has an appointment.
Welcome to the body, Llewellyn.
Terry about?
Arthur? What are you doing here?
Where's the punter?
Mr. Sayin is in there. No, I don't think that's a good idea.
Hey, what's this, mutiny?
No, but he's not expecting you. He's waiting for a geezer called Sadi.
Di, kindly announce to Mr. Sayin that the security advisor to Mr. Elliot and Mr. Sadi would be grateful for...
Ah, you are from Mr. Sadi?
We are business associates. May I come in? Thank you. Boudin, one of my favourites. But if pressed, I'd have to admit a preference for cannelloni.
Canaletto, surely.
Indeed.
What can I do for you, Mr...
Daly, Arthur Daly. I understand you're in banking.
That is one of my interests.
Which is no doubt why you require the services of my man, Terry. Danger of kidnap. But London is not like Rome.
I have good reason for requiring a bodyguard, Mr. Daly.
Of course, Mr. Sayin. One can't be too careful. And with my Terry as your minder, you couldn't be in better hands. Why?
Mr. Daly, I am a busy man. Please come to the point.
I have private business interests. Capital very much in a spoken-for situation, so to speak. A opportunity to make 4.5 millions.
Oh, I am very pleased for you. And?
And I am prepared to offer a businessman of impeccable credentials, such as yourself, the opportunity to make a small investment, say £150,000.
Yeah, I have not that kind of money.
Oh, I'll arrange a meeting to familiarize you with all the details. I mean, my accountant...
Forgive me, but I could not contemplate doing business with a, forgive me, a complete stranger.
Well, perhaps I can take you out to lunch. Shall we say tomorrow? 1?
I'm afraid my schedule forbids it. Pleasure to meet you, Mr.
Daly.
Goodbye.
Perhaps some of your colleagues.
We are not in the investment business. Thank you for a generous offer.
Well, at least we've made contact.
Indeed.
I'll just leave you my card.
You are too kind.
Day or night.
Goodbye.
For the present.
All right, Chief?
You know, Terry, I have been to London before.
Yeah?
I stayed in the Dorchester Hotel, private suite. 3 bodyguards, all armed. My first guest was the permanent secretary at the Foreign Office. What's gone wrong? Yes, I want to call Beirut.
Di? You all right?
Oh, sorry, boy. Just getting the Sheik's recreation sorted out a bit.
Oh, what? Hold on. Thinking it.
Oh, hi, Terry.
Oh, look, don't get the wrong idea, boy, now. This is for Franca's nerves. You know how it is.
Nerves? What's going on?
Now, a standard drill for your Arab, isn't it? Come this time of day, they like to slip into something casual like. He'd think that we were not on the ball if we hadn't spirited a little Turkish delight into his boudoir, see?
All right, whose idea was this, eh? You, get dressed. Come
Here.
on. Come on. Arthur's, right?
Well, he said he'd be good for a ton.
No, listen, Di, something's up, so lay off the gargle.
Up? What?
Well, I don't know, but something's wrong. I can feel it.
Bother, boy?
Yeah, maybe. In the meantime, you get her to the kitchen and spirit her out when the coast is clear. Got it?
Bloody Arthur. And Khalid, did you talk with him? Yeah, I'm not sure. There's no sign of Sadi or the Englishman Elliot. Yeah, and no reply from the telephone. Very well. I shall call again tonight.
Everything all right, Chief?
I don't know, young man. I'm sorry about your friend Daly and his business proposal.
Don't worry about it. He'll survive.
I can't understand how a fit, bright young man like yourself should want someone like Arthur around you.
Yeah, well, I've often wondered that myself. Heart of gold, though.
And he got you this appointment, hmm?
Well, through a friend of his who met a couple of blokes in a club.
Elliot and Sadi.
That's right, yeah. He said they needed a minder, and here I am. What's up, Mr. Sain? Don't you think I'm up to it?
No, Terry, I think you are very able. It's just... no disrespect.
Well, out with it.
I think you're out of your class. I'm sorry. My enemies do not box fairly. They are not English cricket players.
Enemies? Hold on. Elliot said he was hiring me to babysit a nice old banker who was a bit fussy about his status. He said you needed a minder the same as you need a big motor or gold taps on your bath. Appearances.
Elliot told you this?
Yeah, well, that was the drift. But now it don't square with the vibes I'm receiving. You're in trouble, aren't you?
Frankly, Terry, I cannot really afford to be away from Beirut right now.
Beirut? There you go again.
I'm sorry?
Begging the bleeding question. Look, we're talking about enemies, me being out of my class, and all because I suspect that I'm not dressed properly.
Dressed? But your clothes are perfectly...
No. Tooled up. Carrying a gun.
Ah.
So come on, then. Let's see what we're getting into.
I'm sorry. I'm merely getting impatient, that's all. Yet my hands are tied until Mr. Sadi turns up.
Is that the truth?
Of course. Now, if you will excuse me, I have a great deal to do.
Where's Frankie? Is she gone?
Getting changed, yes. Any more news on the bother, Terry, Bob?
I don't know, but I don't like it, mate. Listen, you just see that Frankie gets out of here, all right? Arthur? Yes, Terry. No, everything is not all right, mate. Listen, this bloke's saying is into something really heavy.
Come on, Terry, don't let's get paranoid.
Look, the last time he came to London, he had 3 armed bodyguards. Now, nice old bankers don't go around mob-handed.
You, reckon there's, danger?
I reckon, as you might say, Arthur, that he's been lured here from Beirut.
Well, for what purpose?
For the purpose of topping.
Hello, you there, Terry? Get out now, right away, and bring Di with you.
Well, maybe I'm imagining it.
And maybe you're not. Maybe you're not. Look, I'll phone Elliot and tell him he's got to replace you. I'll tell him I need you for another job. And listen, Terry, if there's any aggro, bug out, right?
If it comes down to shooters, I'm off.
Good boy. I'll ring you.
OK, thanks a lot, Arthur. You're a prince.
Yes.
Oh, Effendi. The Bedou tent, the freedom of the noble nomad, have given way to telephone, gold-plated fountain pen, and pocket calculator. By the way, did you know St. John Philby out there in the desert?
Llewellyn, I am not a nomad. Now, what do you want?
Yes. I was a prisoner of the Japanese, you know, sire. Also a valet to the late Peter Rachman.
Please, I am very busy.
In other words, Your Serenity, I am acquainted with the world. Other parts, other customs, isn't it now?
Llewellyn.
Yes. Look, a little diversion, sire. A little breath of Arabic.
I do not need.
Sire, you see. A good manservant anticipates the needs of his master.
Very well. Get on with it.
No, please! This is unbearable!
Bloody Arthur.
اشتغل خلا. شكرا. مع السلامة.
They can't find Saadi either, eh?
Oh, you speak Arabic?
No. I read expressions. Listen, I got rid of the circus. Dyer's making a curry. He's not a bad cook as it happens. So what's it all about?
Why should I confide in you, young man?
Look, you may have a private army in Beirut, but here in West Kensington, you've got me and a gargle-happy Welsh chef.
When I asked if you had a gun, I was surprised you said no. Elliot should never have provided me with an unarmed chef du corps.
Eh?
Bodyguard, I had two, all armed with submachine guns.
Yeah, but this isn't Beirut.
But Elliot knows that my life is always in danger. And then he hired you. And a lunatic manservant. It's beyond my understanding. Help! Terry! Shooters! Oh my God! They're trying to get back in! Help! Terry!
This is one for the thin blue line.
What are you doing?
The law. Your ever-friendly London Bobby.
Don't call the police, please.
I'm sorry, Sunshine. It's my life I'm worried about, number one. Except it's academic now, isn't it? Know what I mean? They've cut the line.
Standard practice before an attempt.
God, you're magic, Abdul. You know that? You're really fun to be with.
Oh, Terry boy. Oh, running off, are we? Come and stand and fight like men.
What is going on?
Hey, that's the one I squirted with a washing up liquid towel.
Yeah? Well done, mate. Come on, let's leg it.
Gentlemen, thank you. It appears I was very mistaken about you.
Yeah, and we were mistaken about you and all. If you're a banker, he's a bleeding appeal court judge. From now on, Sunshine, you're on your own. And if you see any of your pals, tell them they better not show up around Wandsworth.
I understand, Terry, how you must feel. Right, Terry. Let's go, boy. It was very brave of you. I mean, you were unarmed.
Yeah, well, this is out of my league. See you around.
Yes, I understand. Be careful on your way out.
Cheers.
Come on, Terry. I can hear the patter of huge feet, boy.
We can't just leave him there, can we?
Oh, dear, you mad, quixotic fool, boy.
Yeah. Come on.
That's right, Arthur. Shooters and everything. There's white tapes across the road.
Well, you're joking, Frankie. You have to be joking. Oh, my God. Oh, my good God. Listen, you Scarper. And if the law stops you, have a fit or something. Well, Mr. Elliot. Good morning. Oh, this is a pleasant surprise.
You're in trouble, Daly.
Good Lord, my life is full of troubles.
Trouble like this is what we call fatal, Mr. Daly.
You're annoyed. I can always tell. Let me offer you a cup of...
No! Do you listen to the radio? Read the newspapers? You mean you haven't heard?
Heard what?
There was a small war yesterday up in West Kensington. At number 16, Billingham Gardens.
Oh, no.
Very well acted, bravo. Now tell us what you want, what the deal is.
Deal?
To return our client to us unharmed.
No, look. I'm not acting. I mean, you've got to fill me in on this.
You're Mr. Terry McCann, ace bodyguard, and the manservant have kidnapped our client.
Oh, no, this is terrible. Why have the police not been round here?
This is a diplomatic affair, Mr. Daly.
Yeah, but I mean, a kidnapping? You could try the sympathy angle.
We prefer to handle it ourselves. Now, you're a sensible man. Perhaps we could discuss some sort of financial arrangement.
What sort of financial arrangement?
We could pay you £40,000 to have our client returned safely.
Come into my office, Mr. Elliot.
Bloody good of your friend letting us toss here, Tell.
Yeah, well, he owes me a few.
Wakey, wakey, Omar Sharif. Grab up, boyo.
I imagine several people owe much to you, Terry. Thank you, Larry.
Irons.
I assure you, Mr. Elliot, that if at all possible, I shall arrange this transaction to the satisfaction of all concerned.
If it's not possible, Mr. Daly, you know the alternative.
Alternative?
Understood?
Perfectly. Hey, look, if they won't agree to 40 grand, can I,
No games, chum. Just get Sain here by lunchtime, all right? And I'll bring the money.
40 grand?
Of course.
Hello, Terry. It's me. Arthur. Listen, just as we figured, they've been round, and they have come up with a very interesting deal. They want to buy Chummy back off you.
No.
Now, listen, Terry. The man is offering a great deal of bread. 5,000 smackers for the return of Sayin. No. No, look. I am prepared to split that right down the middle.
Get lost, Arthur. It's no deal. Now, listen, we need... I said, listen! We need a motor.
Are you sure about the 5 grand? Look, I may be able to push them up to, 8? All right, just a thought. Okay, I'll get a motor over to you. Give us the address again. Yeah, right, got it. Right, take care, Terry. See you.
Thanks, chum. Now, why don't you just drive on over there? We'll keep you company.
Get knotted. What do you think I am?
If I leave you here, it will be as a stiff.
You're not a nice man, Mr. Elliot. Not nice at all.
So Elliot set us up, using Di and me as stooges. Right. Now, what I want to know from you, Sunshine, is who I'm dealing with and why. Also, other little incidentals like how many, and are they or not coppers or something?
They are not policemen. I entered this country on a false passport.
Oh, that's wonderful.
In Beirut, I'm a very respected man, well known. I seldom leave the enclave held by my own faction, for we have enemies who want to kill me.
Oh, that much I can vouch for, boyo.
Mahmoud Safir Sardi is a member of our government. He urged me to leave my people to come to London to have secret meetings with the Americans. He guaranteed full protection, which I got, despite his efforts.
So this Sardi double-crossed you, and Elliot and the Glee Club are his boys.
And they'll have another go, your omnipotence. These lads don't give up.
I have to get back to my people. If you could only get me to the airport.
Yeah, that's no problem. My man's on his way with the wheels now.
Not this one, I think. The van. Now, as if we'll travel in the back,
You will drive to the address you wrote down and remain in the van. That's all you have to do. Any attempt to signal or warn McCann or his companions, and you will be shot. Is that clear?
Yeah, I got that.
Right.
Said that the two
You
robberies
think this will go off okay,
The
boy?
latest
Shut up a
information
minute.
relating to the shooting incident which took place at Billingham Gardens, Kensington, yesterday evening is that police have recovered 2 bullets and traces of blood which indicate at least 2 men were injured in the affray. Detectives are trying to trace the occupants of the house, which had been rented to a Middle Eastern government for some years, but at the moment they have no leads as to their identity.
Thank you, God, for that. I must say, Chief, I admire your cool.
The work has to be done. Do you think we'll get through the airport in safety?
I don't know. Look, maybe you should call your embassy. They'd help, wouldn't they?
Who knows who to trust? Saad is probably in control there.
I wouldn't be doing this now if you'd pressed on with the assault on the house. What are we paying you for?
You wouldn't say that if you'd been there.
I thought the bodyguard was going to be a walkover.
Apparently, we were wrong.
Oh, no, my friend. You were wrong.
Come on, Arthur. Okay, let's hit it.
Oh, you're included, are you?
That's what I pay you for.
In that case, we'll do it my way.
What's the problem? Stuck here in a ruddy pub, isn't it? Liquor everywhere and not a drop to drink.
Be time enough for that when this is over, mate. I might even join you.
Patience. I told him when to arrive.
Do you know a Welsh song, David o Gary Gwen?
Good God.
A friend of mine in Beirut used to sing it.
Oh, a Welshman?
An Indian. He came from Bombay.
Here he is. Seems all right.
Why doesn't he come out?
Dead cautious, our Arthur. Right, here's the plan.
Just sit like that.
Right, go over it.
Winking indicator means all clear.
Then we come down and you pick us up at the door.
And any obvious bother and we're on our own.
Yeah, get out as soon as you can. Use the confusion.
If there's any shooting, Terry, now, what do we do?
Dial 999. I'm sorry, but I'm not getting croaked for you, Mr. Sain.
No, I understand.
Window?
Oh, yes. Yeah, all clear, Terry, boy.
Good luck. Yeah, and thanks.
Don't thank me yet, Mr. Sain.
Right. You two get in position.
I really prefer not to be involved.
Listen. We take them as they cross the pavement to the van. Nothing could be simpler. The shooting will be done by my 2 men. You and I are merely spectators.
He must get into the van. Do not alert him in any way.
God, dear, you look terrible.
Let's get this over with, Terence.
Terence, you all right?
Yeah. Hop in, please, Terry.
Listen, you shouldn't mix with the heavy mob if it makes you ill. thought it'd be something like this. I'll tell you what, Arthur, you don't shake easy, do you?
You will invite Sain into the van. Any warning will result in your death.
Yeah, all right. Keep your hair on.
Drive to the doorway. Come on.
Lovely grub, Abdul. We have a go situation.
When I'm in Beirut, I will send for you, Di. You come and be my chef de household.
All clear, I reckon.
You reckon?
Yeah. Bags of room.
Right then.
Oh dear, Arthur, you've hit a police bus. It's police. Polizei, savvy?
No tricks.
Would I trick you, my son? Yeah, that's a bit of bad luck, isn't it? What, were you on the way to a match or a riot?
It could turn into one. Yeah, then I know you.
Well, maybe you do, maybe you don't, Squire. I always contribute to the benevolent fund, widows and orphans.
Oh, really? Got a funny one here. Right, you.
Listen, we got trouble. For God's sake, don't look round. There are shooters all over the place. 2 on the pavement, 1 in the back of the van. They're Arab terrorists. Can you handle it?
Right, sir. Name? Mission 2.
Blue shirt near the pub door and a geezer with a sling by the railings.
Yeah, okay. Driver's license?
Oh, of course. Di, over here. Come on, bring your mate. Come on. There's nothing to worry about, just a slight itch.
Bad luck on you, I suppose, sir. Hitting a job vehicle.
Oh, well, it's an ill wind.
All set.
Right.
Get out!
What you got there, then?
Where?
On your shoulder.
Oh, get it off for us, will you?
Oh, very funny. One of this lot, is it?
Yep. I reckon you find he's got a bit of diplomatic immunity, though.
Is he badly hurt?
No. Just a touch of the old MEW.
MEW?
Marlene Wallop.
Mr. McCann, I've radioed for a car to take you all down to the Nick. We've got a lot of sorting out to do.
Sorting out? Oh, hold on, listen, I just ran halfway down the...
See if you get a citation or a hand on your collar.
Oh, it's charming, isn't it? I'll tell you what, Gov. Look, my motor's there. I don't want to get nicked for parking, so I can take these gentlemen down there now.
All right. It's a Picton Street Nick, do you know it?
Yeah, of course I do.
Ask for Detective Inspector Sampson.
I'll see you there, sir. Cheers.
All right, get rid of this lot. Come on, then.
Right, Abdul, we've just got time to get you to the airport.
Airport? What are you talking about? We're due down the Nick. And on the right side of the counter.
Oh, he's right, Moyo. What? But on the other hand, we can't let our Effendi here get done on a false passport claim, now can we?
False passport? Terry, what have you got me into?
Got you into it? Look, own up, Arthur. We're better off without him. Abdul is nothing but trouble.
Aiding and abetting illegal immigrants, assisting a felony, or they wouldn't like that down at the Picton Street, Nick. And that DI is a right bastard.
Well, what you waiting for? Come on, off you go to the airport before the law puts a shout out on us.
There are other cars, Arthur.
Boarding now, sir.
Thank you so much. Well, gentlemen, what can I say?
No offense, so chic, but I like the sound of goodbye.
Well, goodbye then. And I hope you will not be offended. I wish you to accept these checks.
£1,000?
Listen, Mr. Saunders,
you've saved my life.
Thank you, boys. Oh, yeah, they should just take care of the van and my driving ticket. Reckless, they said. And what a shady character you turned out to be. Think I consider going into business with you.